Okay, as promised, this is Raul Jemenez's watercolors. Now you have to understand, I hate watercolors, and I love watercolors. It took me 20 years of successive failures. Now, he passed away when he was 21. So the things I'm going to show you is things that he did prior to that. I'm not sure about all the age limit. I'm going to take a close-up. Now, this is all random. This is not knowing if you're going to have success. When I show you the waves, these waves make sense. If you just... There's kind of a fish down here. I don't know if you can see that. There's another fish right here. If you make one mistake, it's failure. Like I said, I got 6 of his pieces of work. This one he gave to me. I'm not going to be able to show all of them, but this is him just randomly just sketching with watercolors. Now I want you to see what you see here. My name is Raul Jemenez. I'm troubled about my future. I don't know if he had a premonition of this was his life, but this is kind of him just sketching whatever came into his mind. And it just blows me away. This is just random crap that just playing around. His name's right there. Of him scribbling and looking at things, kind of like some of what I do, some of my stuff, and just using his imagination. Okay, here's another watercolor that's so damn over the top. Again, I don't know if you can really see all the stuff, but there's a story behind this of these panthers with wings and then being devoured by this other creature. But all this is random and it's just perfect. It just freaks me out just to think that this is happening. I don't know how long it would take me to do that natural of a system. Now this is the painting that made me explode. Now he did this when he was 16. Okay, I did mine when I was 12 and 10 and whatever. But there's an artist named Bev Doolittle, and she does the same thing, but he did this probably about 20 years before she even thought about doing it. Now she lives in a $20 million estate in in Joshua Tree, which is the most magnificent house you ever seen in your life. Now I'm gonna have to explain a couple of things here because this might take some time. Right here, there's a witch's face in the clouds. And as you look through some of these things here, this whole mountain is a face. Here's an eyebrow, here's a nose, here's a big mustache into this. And you'll see all kind of different things in here. Of course, those are herbal plants, and there's kind of a face with a nose in here. There's a person down here kind of hiding. This is actually a plant. It's called a death plant. It smells like death. It grows really large. But if you look down here, I'm going to get closer, you can see like fish under the water and all these different things. There's a face right here, kind of a lion's face. This is kind of a profile of a face. There's the nose and the chin, all this other stuff. There's an elephant. So here's the ear, the tusk, and part of the foot coming up. There's kind of a face in the tree and also a person. There's kind of a Mayan artifact down here. Now, I used to show my students some of this because they have a different perspective on looking at things. And I've been looking at this thing and trying to figure out. He told me the secret that how many faces that was in this painting. Unfortunately, I didn't ask where all the faces were. He died before I could ask him. It was one of those things that I've been searching for a lifetime, trying to figure out all the faces. People look at this and they can't. It's called anthropomorphic. You imagine there's a face. This is kind of an old witch's face. You can see the nose kind of curled up here. And there's a baby. It's holding a baby in here. Recently, I had a student say, what about this face? And I said, what face? She goes, right here. It's been there the whole time. This is a face that's in the grass. You can see the two eyes right here, the nose, and the mouth. And it was just like, oh my God, that's been staring at me for 20 years, and somebody else noticed it. So again, this is just sketching and just random stuff that comes into his brilliant mind. You can see, like, it looks like a lizard face in there. Of course, you know, Black Sabbath and all this other stuff. And this is what I had to deal with when I walked into his room. And like I said, I wanted everything in that damn room. Like I said, I would have sold everything I had. The only thing I did have to sell was my car for that giant mural. Now, some people ask me, why didn't you get the mural? And I wanted that mural in the worst way. But telling his mother, he promised me that mural, I want that mural, was just not in my core of existence. It was just like, she was hurting, and there was no way I was going to ask for that painting back, or to have that painting, even though I worship this guy as the most brilliant artist. And now, I've seen art everywhere, in museums everywhere. I've experienced, so this is a person who accomplished this in 21 years of his life. I feel like a puke that I didn't get to meet this guy in high school, and him becoming my best friend and experiencing his talent. I just experienced his talent and the love of his paintings in 7 days. And in those 7 days, this is what I have left of him.